Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're looking at a tool that is absolutely determined to streamline how you operate in the kitchen. Look, if cooking a huge meal often feels like this incredibly stressful juggling act, you are definitely not alone. We've all been there. Today, we're going to break down the features and the actual science behind the Chefman Electric Griddle. We'll see exactly how it takes all that meal prep chaos and turns it into a highly efficient, perfectly smooth process. All right, let's dive right into this.
Seriously, think about it. How many pans does it actually take to cook breakfast for a crowd? If you're doing it the old-school, traditional way, you've probably got, what, one skillet going for the eggs, a separate, heavier pan for the bacon or sausage, so the grease doesn't ruin everything else, maybe a totally flat pan for the pancakes, and then yet another one for the hash browns. Before you know it, your entire stovetop is just completely hijacked. You're running out of space, the handles are bumping into each other, and you're frantically trying to time everything so one dish doesn't go ice cold while the others finish up. It is literally a massive pain point for pretty much any home cook.
But this right here, this is the ultimate one-pan solution, and it perfectly illustrates the fix for that exact headache. The Chefman Griddle effortlessly handles an entire, complex meal at the exact same time. We're talking one continuous surface where beautifully browned pancakes, perfectly sunny-side-up eggs, sizzling bacon, plump sausages, and seasoned potatoes are all sharing the exact same real estate. Nobody's food gets cold. And honestly, the best part? You aren't managing a total circus of pots and pans on a crowded stove. It's just you, one appliance, and a perfectly synchronized meal.
Okay, moving on to Section 1, Cooking for a Crowd.
8. That is the magic number here. The absolutely crucial takeaway is that this griddle allows you to make up to 8 servings in a single batch. If you're a host who loves having friends over or, a busy parent just trying to feed a hungry family before school, this number is a real game changer. It completely removes the stress of that dreaded first round and second round of eating. You know what I mean? Where the cook is still stuck in the kitchen flipping food while everyone else is already at the table eating. Not anymore. With an 8-serving capacity, everybody sits down and eats together at the exact same time.
Now you might be wondering, how does it actually accommodate that magic number 8? Well, the secret lies right here in these dimensions, a 10 by 20 inch cooking surface. That is a really generously sized footprint. See, when you use traditional circular pans, you lose so much usable area just because of the curved edges. But by utilizing a 10 by 20 inch rectangular plane, the Chefman Griddle maximizes literally every single square inch of edge-to-edge cooking space. That's what gives you the massive capacity needed to knock out those 8 servings.
And when you apply those dimensions to a real-world scenario, say burger night, the difference is just night and day. You can have 8 beautifully seared burger patties cooking comfortably all at once, with room to spare for the onions. Because of that 10 by 20 inch surface we just talked about, you aren't squeezing or crowding the meat. And that's key, because it means they actually sear properly, instead of just sitting there steaming. You can have the buns ready, the fries plated, and seamlessly move 8 burgers straight from the griddle to the plate. Again, nobody waits. It's just incredibly efficient.
All right, let's shift gears to Section 2, the ceramic nonstick difference.
So, a really critical feature of this griddle is its PFS-free badge. Now, if you aren't familiar, PFS refers to a group of synthetic chemicals that were traditionally used in older nonstick coatings. By utilizing a surface that is manufactured entirely without these chemicals, you are ensuring a much safer, non-toxic cooking experience right in your own kitchen. This is a super important educational beat for us today, realizing that the material of your cookware is honestly just as important for your health as the actual ingredients you're cooking on it. It just gives you total peace of mind.
Let's quickly break down the core advantages of this ceramic coating. First off, it provides this incredibly smooth cooking surface, which is absolutely essential for delicate foods. Second, ceramic is just fantastic for even heat distribution. That means no more of those frustrating hot spots where, say, one pancake burns to a crisp while the one right next to it is somehow still raw. Third, food lifts off easily. Because the nonstick properties are inherently built into the ceramic, you aren't fighting to release your meal from the pan. And finally, like we literally just talked about, you get that PFS-free peace of mind.
You can practically see this ceramic advantage in action right here. Notice how the edges of those sunny-side-up eggs form perfectly without sticking at all, while the sausages and potatoes are browning beautifully. That's that even heat distribution we just mentioned showing up in real life. It is incredibly satisfying to know that those eggs are going to lift effortlessly off the griddle and onto a plate, leaving that smooth ceramic surface completely intact.
Which brings us to the final hurdle, Section 3, making cleanup a breeze. Okay, the engineers behind this appliance clearly understood the dreaded post-meal friction point because they've reduced the cleanup to this remarkably simple two-step tear-down process. Step 1. You simply remove the drip tray to discard the collected grease. Step 2. You literally just place the dishwasher-safe griddle right into the dishwasher. That is it. You aren't standing hunched over the sink scrubbing with a scouring pad. You're letting mechanical washing do the heavy lifting for you, completely neutralizing all that dread of post-meal cleanup.
That slide-out, removable drip tray catches all the grease from your burgers or your bacon, naturally channeling it away from your food. It makes tossing it out incredibly safe and tidy. And then, once the heating dial is detached, the entire main cooking unit goes straight into the dishwasher. The whole shebang. It's a spectacularly simple design, and it proves that they really prioritize the user's time and energy from the very start of the meal all the way to the finish. So, as we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a fun, provocative question. What will your first 8-serving batch actually be? Are we talking a massive Sunday pancake breakfast, or maybe an effortless Friday night burger station? Look, by understanding this griddle's generous capacity, the really smart, healthy ceramic technology, and the unbelievably easy cleanup, you are fully equipped to finally ditch those extra pans and reclaim your kitchen. I really hope this deep dive has left you inspired, informed, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit hungry. Thanks for learning with me today, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.